What is going on, guys? This is Ben here, bringing you another Vainglory video. In today's video, this is some pre-recorded gameplay. This is when we were playing ranked yesterday, trying to get Brute his POA silver, and then Iponu is also, I don't know exactly where he's in POA, but he's almost POA silver, I'm pretty sure. But we're doing we saw some people doing this. I don't really know who started this, but like you guys always know the Ringo Fortress Koshka comp. But with the heavy pressure for Koshka and Fortress, like it's so strong that it's really good for Saw, because then like the junglers can't come up and gank him, and usually Saws can win in lane if it's just a 1v1. So this comp is really strong. It's it's pretty ridiculous, to be honest. So early on though, we still have to do our job and win the jungle. It is pretty tough, and you can see, normally you see me like get all three of their back camps. We decided to do that just to do the shot first, and we were able to buy before them. Arden's taking a ton of damage. Go ahead, Fortress gets the kill there. And then I'm sticking on this pedal here because I know I'm gonna get level 2 pretty soon, and then there we go, we took her down. So we are going up against Gankstars, so they are a very tough opponent, and I actually dive in there and get the Ringo, which is extremely good because Saw can just go in and melt the turret. But yeah, we played them, I think we played these guys with that same comp twice. Before we were running a different comp, I forget what it was, but it was not this one, and they actually did beat us, so this is kind of like a revenge match. And I don't know, man, the pedal in the jungle is actually really strong. Like, it destroys Cruels because of the seeds, and like you say you just kite the Cruel and you place your seeds, the Cruel can't really catch up to you because there's just so many seeds. Will knock them back, and then you can just kite them and destroy them, especially if pedal gets a Frostburn. So pedal in the jungle, guys, is actually really strong. And then Ringo this update is one of the best laners for sure, alongside Saw. But other than that, I think I'm just gonna like explain my like buying decisions here and whatnot now. So just trying to get the early game damage. I know some people build really tanky with Koshka and don't get too much damage. I do go fairly tanky in the beginning. Oh my gosh, you can see a weak there. I decided to go in and dive on the Ringo. I do make some mistakes this game, so we can definitely cover those. I actually need to make this bigger. I don't have my contacts in. So, but now it might be a little messed up because I like paused it for a second. Alright, so my buying decisions. What I decide to buy is usually dictated by how I feel like, how strong I am against their jungler. If I feel as though I can kill them faster than they can kill me, I will definitely not buy defense, and then I'll just go more on the offensive. You can see he gets drilled by the scout trap there. I'm like, wait, come on, where's my pouncy? Where's my pounce? Where's my pounce? Where's my pounce? Boom, there it is, and then we take her down, which is really strong. And then Saw comes down and helps me, and then we're just able to take him down. But yeah, so early game, if you're able to deal a lot of damage, and like I stated, it's kind of like a feel, like if you feel like you can kill them faster than they can kill you, typically I buy more offense. If I feel as though I'm weaker and I'm getting destroyed a lot earlier or like killed a lot faster, I'll get more defense, sort of. It's basically the style you want to play too. I mean, if you're more tanky, you can like sustain a lot better in fights, yeah, but you're not as bursty, you don't kill as fast. And with this comp, you gotta win early. You have to destroy turrets early. Just snowball. If you don't know what I mean by snowball, it means like, think of like, the term for it comes from like, think of like a snowball, a really small snowball on top of like a really tall mountain, and as it rolls down, it just keeps getting like more snow, and then as it goes, it gets bigger and bigger. That's pretty much what the term snowball is. I know I know a lot of you already know that, but some of you asked what I meant by that. So snowballing is basically, in Vainglory, you try and get a lead early, and then you just like get a bunch of turrets, get a bunch of gold, so like it's almost impossible to come back from the enemy team because you're just so far ahead. That's what the term pretty much means. So with this comp, you have to snowball hard, you have to get those turrets down, and if you have the strong jungle presence, then it really works and it really shines. And then Saw has to do a great job of just pushing, because you guys know that poop strat video I made? That was more of just like literally focus on Saw just pushing turrets, and pushing turrets. This one's a little bit different where you still got to win the jungle, and Saw still has to beat the enemy team laner, and then if you kill their jungler, or kill their jungle, then your whole team can just focus on turrets, and then the more gold you get, you just get farther and farther ahead. It's crazy. You can see Bruce going down there. I got my no, I don't have my aftershock. I'm working towards the Fountain Renewal now because we're a little bit ahead. I have pretty good damage, and I think the renewal would be a good choice for the extra sustain that we need to like take down those turrets and whatnot. It's okay if you have double renewals with the like a Koshka and your whatever it's called, your support, because it's actually really strong and it helps out a ton. I was gonna go in there, and you can see I misclicked my second ability instead, and I wasn't able to kill the Ringo. So keep in mind though, this game was like, I was actually pretty nervous because this is my first time running this comp. Usually if I were ever to do this one, it's with like a Ringo. And we're going up against like a team we just recently lost to, so this match was pretty stressful. But early game we were doing really well. We got a pretty good lead. We got the turret down. We got the gold mine now, and you can see I'm starting to get better, starting to get fed. I do have my ultimate up as well. Usually with Koshka, typically you don't really want to engage in team fights unless you have your ultimate up. That's what I found, unless you're like just super far ahead and you can just destroy them. But typically I don't engage unless my ultimate's up. So, and if you're losing early game with Koshka, which is really hard to do, like if you're not going against a different Koshka, it's kind of hard to. This Koshka's so strong, guys. With Fortress, I mean. So if you have a Fortress and a Koshka, early game you should be doing some damages. You can see there we just melted codes, and I'm so fast and just got out of there. I was so dead. And that Petal's actually doing some work with their minions and everything, and we're trying to find like a good opportunity to jump in and destroy her, but she's like too far away and we're really low. Saw's getting health back though from the minions, so that's good, and decides to go in right here and wasn't able to kill her. And now Ringo is actually back, and he almost actually got me, but Fortress, which is Bruticus, was able to jump in and destroy the Petal, which is really good. And here we're just looking to see if I could pick off the Ringo, but decided against it because he threw down the gauntlet. And originally we were just gonna push the turret, but with the gauntlet there, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go get the backs. I'm pretty sure the Ringo went back, and then Arden can't do much against the full spun up Saw, dude. Not many. This early in the game, not many heroes can deal with a full spun up Saw, just bearing down on the turrets. That's why with this strategy, like, if you have numbers at turrets, you pretty much just dive the turrets, and that's why I got the renewal right now. I don't really have much damage. Like, I have what, an Eclipse Prism and a Crystal Bit, so that's not much damage at all, but I'm actually still dealing like damages to them. My main focus is just to lock down an enemy with my stun and keep our spun up Saw alive. Like, that's what the main priorities are right now. Cause you like if this goes late game, guys, with this comp, you're pretty much screwed because Saws have a tough time. Anything like, I'd say like after, I don't know, depends how hard you snowball, but I'd say like a rough estimate, anything like after 15 minutes begins getting like pretty tough for Saws, because with team fights and when everyone's getting kind of built up, you can see I almost died there. Barely had time to pop my renewal. But yeah, like the reason why he's, oh, and you can see, I don't know how I didn't, it was weird. I tried to pounce on him, the Petal there, and I think I hit like her tombstone or a Munyon or something because he jumped away as soon as I did it. But either way, they had to go back and we got the turret, so it worked out. And at this point, the snowball's working pretty good. But it is like, it's going alright, but now we have all their turrets down. The gold payout is almost about to like come out, so that's, or about to pay out, so that is a lot of gold. So pretty much we've executed the strategy so far about as well as you can do it. I got my aftershock there, so I'm gonna be some good constant damage. I'm building against the Ringo right now, getting the shield, because he literally destroys us. And unfortunately, they use a really good gauntlet here and catch us off guard and actually get the gold mine, and that was not good. But they are pretty weak, and that was a really good, I don't know who had the reflex block or the crucible, but they blocked my ult there, which pretty much saved them, because I think if I was able to lock down the Ringo, probably would have killed him because I have a lot of energy. And that's another thing with Koshka. If you don't have any energy, guys, do not fight. If you have like an energy for one of your abilities, maybe if you have your team with you, but at all costs, if you don't have your ult, you don't have energy. I know that's kind of like simple, but you really don't want to fight unless you. That's pretty much with any hero or any mage hero, I guess, because your auto attacks don't do much. And we're just taking the gold mine back here because we have a lot easier time defending it than say it was full and they just decided to candy. That's why I know some of you question, because like maybe you don't know, like why do some teams get the gold miner even when it's not at a full payout, or just take it right back after the enemy team took it. The reason for that is like the gold mine can act as an extra player in a sense, because like say you put a minion candy on that and you fight by your gold mine and that's just like aggroing their team or hitting their team, it's a lot of damage. And then Saw's a little bit further away, the pedal ult is melting us. I pop my renewal, we almost get out of where we almost died there, but somehow it worked out, and I'm going back in on the pedal. She is so dead and I can't get her, and then this is bad, and Ringo was able to kill me. So they were so weak, but Saw here and the Fortress do a great job at like cleaning up anything, because Fortress does a lot of damage as well, which is really good for like cleaning up kills, initiating with a lot of damage and whatnot. So that's why like the Koshka Fortress comp is so strong, because Koshka does a ton of damage, so does Fortress, and so many, it's like so hard to handle. But we're at the 11-minute mark and there's one turret left, so this is actually the most ideal situation you could probably possibly have for this comp that we're doing. But if we don't destroy that last turret and start getting up, they might be starting to start winning some fights, because the pedal ultimate just destroys, dude. And then Codes, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but the Ringo on their team has a ton of damage. He's getting built up, and it's getting pretty scary. You can see like that last team fight, we barely almost won. But either way, you may say, oh my god, it's already 12 minutes and all the turrets are down. What are you saying, Ben? You have to keep in mind though, like things can turn around quickly with running this comp. Like say you have one bad team fight and they destroy you, and then I get caught out here. And the reason why I got caught out there, I was like, the Arden was by the gold mine, so it really threw me off. And then somehow I still stunned him, and I thought he would have died because he was stunned right in front of our turret, but they renewed him and he barely got away. But yeah, the Arden was like checking down by the gold mine, and I was like, oh, it's gotta be safe to go in this brush here. And nope, ran into the pedal and the Ringo, which is quite unfortunate, but they're going for the gold. They actually got the payout, but they're pretty weak. All the bleed with those the wolves, and that's why Fortress is so strong with the slows and everything. So they're able to pick one of them up. It's all good. But what I was going back to earlier, like at one bad team fight where they ace you, the enemy team that is running like a legit comp, well, this is a legit comp, but like not running a Saw. If they destroy like a turret or two of yours and get built up, it's gonna be really rough for your team unless you catch them out or anything like that. Because this team, the only really CC or crowd control that you have is the Koshka ult that locks someone down. So if you know what I'm saying, like, cause this happened many times, like even like just in casuals, like, so yeah, you have a big gold lead, and then one bad team fight, you lose a couple turrets, and then the enemy team, maybe with the stronger late game comp, gets built up, and then it's just insanely hard for you to even push for that last little push for the win. That's the scary part about running this comp, because if that happens, it's gonna be tough, because their team honestly is a way stronger late game comp, because Koshka is a really early game hero, Fortress is a really game early, and then Brute almost got him, barely. So yeah, like that's the fears of running this comp. If you don't win within 15 minutes, it's gonna be super tough to finish it out, unless you somehow get the Kraken and push with it. Cause then like team fights late game, So we were all kind of getting a little nervous here, and this is really scary because Brute gets caught out right here. I'm like, oh crap, what do I do? I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna waste my renewal on them because we need our support here, but they're going ham on them. Saw's going ham on them, and I'm almost dead. I walk in there and just get destroyed, and the Ringo ults me, but I ult him back. We're doing our damage, we're doing our trouble, we're doing our pounces, and yes, Bruticus finishes it off. And that was honestly, if we didn't win that team fight there and we got aced, I honestly believe we probably would have lost this game, because if they destroyed us or killed us, one, they would have probably got our turret, and two, they probably would have got gold mine, which was enough gold for them to probably make a difference and turn around and kill us. I don't know how I saved Brute there, barely with that renewal of mine. I don't know really how I survived, but yeah, man, that was a tough game on the well, it wasn't. I'd say like it just in game it felt a lot tougher than it actually like looks like right now. Because like looking at it right now, a 15-minute game, we didn't lose a single turret. It looks like a landslide. But one mistake, dude, especially against Gangstars, and because they're a really good team, man. I'm pretty sure they're all like POA silvers. It would have been rough. And their pedal is a crazy dude. He's a crazy player, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm trying to get POA silver, but at the end of the O right now. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you did, and ever subscribe for more Vainglory videos if you're not ready. Hope you guys have a very wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys later.